right, the 5th generation Mercedes-Benz Actros was launched in August this year, and it's actually a CKD locally assembled Mercedes-Benz. It's got a 12.8 litres inline 6 turbocharged engine, putting out diesel engine, putting out over 400 horsepower and over 2,000 Newton meters of torque. Now all that power goes to a 12-speed transmission. So, you know any other car with 12-speed transmission? How much does it cost? 400,000 and up. So it really depends on your specifications, what kind of cab you want, what kind of axle you want. We'll get into that later. But yeah, over 400,000, a lot of value for money. So now it might be a truck, but there are a lot of car stuff about it, right? I mean, the engine's up front, the gearbox is right behind it, and then it sends power to all these wheels. Now, to tell us a little bit more about the new Actros, we have William from Hubsain Trucks Distribution.
Yeah,
How you do? How you do, sir?
I'm good.
Thanks for bringing out a little red Mercedes.
No problem. Yeah. But before we go ahead, actually, I just want to test you. How much do you know about this truck? Guess how big is this, fuel tank?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it looks like those big suitcases, but like times 5 of them. So I'm gonna guess 250, 300 liters.
I think you need a little bit more than that.
Yeah. How much is this?
It's actually 480 liters.
480.
Correct. 480 liters.
Guys, the first person to guess how much it is to fill this up with diesel gets a free t-shirt. Okay, the other thing, William, is there are a lot of technical terms, so let's learn together.
Yeah.
So we got, this is what you call a prime mover or prime hauler, right?
Yep.
So they have a lot of specifications depending on what their customers want and everything, right? So
that's right.
There are things, I've heard terms like 4x2 and 6x4. What are all this? Can you break this down and, so we understand it better?
Okay, just to put it very simply, actually the 4x2, 6x2 and 6x4,
right.
These three are the variants that actually we offer to our customers.
Right.
And really that's actually the axle configurations that we have.
Okay.
So what you see here today, this is actually a 6x2.
6x2. So you got 3 axles. So
correct.
There's, of course, one at the front.
Yes.
One down the center, and then one right at the back.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
So and then we have one axle that is actually driven, meaning the engine is sending power to that one axle.
So that's the Pi 2.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
So you got
2 wheels that is actually powered.
Okay. Which are those 2 wheels?
Okay. The 2 wheels are actually right down in the middle here. In this middle axle here.
Okay.
So example for the 6x4, we have powers sent down to the last 2 axles. So we have
right.
1, 2, 3, 4 wheels that is actually powered.
Or rather 4 points, I think, because there's more than one wheel, right? So 6x2 is power goes to these 2, and then 6x4 is all 4 points at the back.
Correct.
Right. Now you were telling me a bit earlier that this is called the 5th wheel.
Yes.
Okay. So that is where you, I imagine, would place the trailer or something. You would winch it up to that, right? Or you hook it up to that.
Yep.
And that is adjustable.
Yes, correct. In fact, actually this time for the new Actros, we have prepared a railing where the customers can decide to choose their preferred position, okay, depending on their applications. So all we have when we are actually configuring this truck is about the customers, their application in mind. Yeah.
So coming back to that, what kind of customers normally go for? I would think this is probably one of the most high-tech trucks out there. So what kind of customers go for these trucks?
For example, for this 6x2, is really the main use will be more towards the haulage.
Okay.
So example, the containers, you have something a body called before as these are curtain siders. Something like that. Okay. So this particular truck comes with air suspension at the rear. So it's very suitable for carrying, example, sensitive cargoes, where you have, for example, like electronic chipboards, where you cannot have heavy vibration or you'll be damaged. Yeah, this vehicle is very suitable for
So
that.
it's comfortable and it comes with a spare tire. So the new Actros is up to 4% more efficient than its predecessor. Now, a lot of that is down to the drivetrain, but another big factor is aerodynamics. Now, what you can see here is like nice rounded edges to keep the front of the truck as smooth as possible. We have these winglets over here that you can see that kind of channels air around the front. Other cool features is you got LED DRLs like a car, and up and down here are the hardware and the cameras for the active safety systems. The coolest feature probably is this, it's a lighted Mercedes-Benz logo And Mercedes have even thought about how would you clean the windscreen if you needed to clean the windscreen. Now to show that is our resident window cleaner specialist. How cool is that? You missed the spot.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Thanks. As you might surmise, a truck is probably not as easy to get in as a normal car. So let's see if I can look dignified doing this. So 1, 2, 3. Boom, baby! So the Actros has got one of the most comfortable cabins in its segment. I've got 2 armrests, technically making this a captain seat. And if you're thinking about adjustment, check this out. Okay, that's down. And this is up. It's fully automated. It's so cool. I think I can do that for hours. Now that we're inside, the Actros comes in 3 different cab configurations. Now, to tell us a little bit more about that, now the cab is just the part where we're sitting in, right? So, William, there's 3 different ones. What is this one?
What we're having here actually is the what we call as an L cab. So meaning it's actually deeper, where you can fit a full bed over here. And then this is L cab stream space, right? Stream space means it's actually higher. So if you would just like to follow me, I'm going to stand up and show you that I won't hit my head. Full standing position.
So you're probably like almost 6 feet.
I'm 175, yeah.
Right, 175. So there you go. And yeah, there's a bin.
Yeah, it's this one is called as a luxury bed, really comfortable. Yeah. I mean, I can sleep comfortably in it if my boss allow me. And for drivers, if sometimes they don't want to sleep, yeah, you can actually, there's a lever here, you can pull up and put it in a slightly upright position. Good for reading, good for resting, you know.
Wow. And there's you can actually hang another berth up there? Like
yes, because for the long range transporters, sometimes what they do is that they have 2 drivers. Right. If both of them need to rest, so they'll have 2 beds. So the other bed will be somewhere around here. So when it's not in use, you can actually hook it up over to here.
Right.
Yeah, so it won't be in the way, right? You still have a spacious cabin at the same time, full practicality.
And there's cubby holes and everything.
Yeah.
For storage.
Lots of storage.
Yeah.
Lots of storage around the cabin.
Now let's look at the front. So given truck drivers are going to be in their trucks for long periods of hours, 8 hours, 10 hours at a time, they have to be comfortable, right? So to be comfortable, you need the steering wheel right where you need it. So there's this little lever over there. You pull it up to wherever you want it. How's that for adjustability? This is so good. This is so easy. And then when you want to get out, you just press the lever back. It's done. So the Actros starts like any other Mercedes-Benz. Foot on the brake. Even the start-stop button looks like any other Mercedes-Benz. This is so cool. It has 2 screens, and just like a car, that is for your instrument cluster, speed, mechanical parameters, fuel, things like that. And you've got your infotainment controls and your climate controls here. This is so cool. It's a touchscreen too. So on the left screen is like a car. Typically, you have your climate control, so where you control that we need there. And the coolest bit is this, because now you have all sorts of other operations that you can. So it's lifting axle right now. This is so cool. I can actually feel the thing coming up. And other functions include hill start assist and your level controls. Everything seems so high-tech, right down to the display. And another cool feature is the truck actually tells you what the axle loads are. So if you know if you're overloading or it's under some stress, maintenance, what needs what, when it needs it, diagnostics. I mean, like, it takes all the guesswork out for users and owners of this. Such a cool thing. So guys, we're now in the Actros truck. We have Asmadi here, who is a certified driver trainer with over 5 years of experience driving big trucks. we're going to show off another highlight of the Actros, which is its active cruise control, basically, which will follow the speeds of the cars in front of you. It tracks the car in front of you, and then when that car slows down, this will slow down automatically as an active safety feature. So let's check that out. Dia jalan balik ya? Yeah, the leg's not touching. Okay guys, so now we're on the road with Asmadi again in the Actros, and this is so cool. I have to tell you, I've been like amazing visibility. You can see for miles ahead because you know this huge glass area. Your side mirrors are like 2 feet tall. This is so cool. So what we want to show you another highlight feature, which is the lane keep assist active safety function. So they can warn you that okay, you're tengah keluar lane, and then at least kalau you want, you can control balik lah. So being inside here, what we can see, I mean, like it's got 12 gears, and you can tell just how much torque it was. Oh, okay, so that's lane keep assist. Another, I suppose, the thing you experience when being in the Actros is the amount of gear shifts. There are 12 gears and all. So every 2-3 seconds, as the truck starts moving, you can feel it change gear and the engine tone change, and it's so smooth. Actually, you don't feel it. It's a single clutch automated manual, and it uses the Mercedes-Benz PowerShift 3 shift programming. So that's optimized for better fuel economy and quicker shifts and all that, so you don't lose power if you're climbing a hill. So really cool. You would never expect a truck of this size to be this comfortable and this capable on the road. And my God, that 2,200 Newton meters of torque, you just feel it. Like this thing just wants to go. So yeah, it's a really cool vehicle.